guys, Matt here, and this is a slightly different kind of video. I'm just going to start straight off the bat with this, and frankly, this isn't going to be for everyone. However, I had a couple of comments lately about installing kit packs and graphics packs and logo packs and that kind of stuff, and I thought someone had already done a video on it, and there probably are videos out there for FM15, but I thought I'd do it on myself anyway, just in case you guys wanted that sort of thing. Anyway, but I decided that since I was going to do that, I may as well bundle it all in together with something slightly different so that you get your money's worth out of quite a decent length video. And what we're going to do today, basically, is we're going to create a kit, and then we're going to show you how you put it in the game. Most people may already know that, but we're going to do the creating kit part 2, so that could be kind of fun. And the main reason I'm doing this as well is because in my St. Pauli series, we've been using... Well, I do have a kit pack for the German League, as you can see. You'll see it on the screen at the moment. Which I managed to get off of, I think I got this one off of Sorted Out SI, which is always great for kits. But, basically, it doesn't have the St. Pauli kit in it, because it is only for the top flight, and no one's made one for the second division in Germany yet. Which, fair enough, the game has only been out, like, a week in full release, so it kind of makes sense that that's not going to happen just yet. So let's just ignore this. Oh, for God's sake. One sec, guys. Right, we're back. If you recall, I did a Steam update video and that bloody message kept popping up. It was very, very annoying. But hopefully it won't be bugging us again anytime soon. Right, so what we're going to do in today's episode is create a kit for St. Pauli. We're only going to do the home kit because it does take a little while sometimes. But you'll kind of get the idea. I'll go away and do the away kit another time and import them into the game, but I will be showing you all of that sort of stuff in today's little lesson thing, I don't know. Right, so the first thing we want to do is find the kit that we want to be doing, and that is this. This is St. Pauli's home kit this season. It's a sort of Hummel, well, it is a Hummel kit. Very, very simplistic actually. There's not a lot of detail on it really. There's a little logo down here. There's the big Kong star logo in the centre, the St. Pauli logo off to the right, and obviously the Hummel logo there, and of course the typical Hummel stripes with the collar here. So yeah, it's a very, very simple one for us, and as you can see, oh look, it's our mate Anti-Budimir. Interestingly, on the back of the shirt there, it's quite a nice little kit actually. I'm quite a fan of that. I might get one of these at some point if I get a chance. That'd be quite cool. So yeah, that is what we're going to be creating. So in order to do that, the first thing we have to do is identify what style of kit it is. Now, what you need to do this is you need to download the kit template pack, and this, I believe, is also on Sort Out SI, but it's on the forum section. I will put a link to where you get the pack in the description of this video. That way you can go and download it, because this is crucial. You do need to do that. So what we've done is we've got that kit pack here, and that is listed on the side here. Right, so here you go. What you get is there's a 3D template pack, but we're not going to bother with that for now. That's if you want to create game kits that are actually visible in the 3D match engine. It's a little bit more difficult, but really not that much more difficult. We don't have time to be showing you that right now. So what we're going to do is you get these. Well, there's these 4, and then you've got an extra one, which is like additional kits that are newer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into these and just see Hummel. These are all the different kit manufacturers. So what you do then is you go in here, and we're just going to make this large. Extra large rather, so we can see whether we can see the St. Pauli style that we are looking for, essentially. And it will be in here somewhere, I'd like to think. If it isn't, I'll go back and come out again and try in the new update, because there might well be some Hummel kits in the new pack as well. But we're basically just going to keep on scrolling through here, ignoring the colours, because we can change all that sort of stuff ourselves, until we see a nice collared one that... No, that's not got the stripes. We want a collared one with the stripes. Not the stripes, the little sort of chevrons that they have, which is the sort of the distinctive Hummel mark. Good God. That looks like a mushroom. Like a Mario-style mushroom. Christ on a bike. Imagine a team wearing that kit. You get laughed out the... Wow. Okay, moving along. Well, that's not... No, we got the little... Also, if we can't find one that's directly the same... Right, that's not bad, but it's a little bit too collared. But we may be able to move the Hummel logo on them. That's the thing. That's actually quite close. Let's just have a little look. Collar there. Obviously, it's all the same colour. The Hummel logo is in the middle on this one, but it's more of a polo shirt kind of style. That's not a bad one. So remember that one. Hummel 84. Just have a little look at the last few. Wow, that's camouflage. Okay, so there's nothing direct. So Hummel 84 was the best one we've found so far. Let's just go and quickly check in the new pack that we got. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, whoa, this is a big pack. Let's just go straight to H so we can skip past all the stuff we know is not going to be interested. Right, Hummel did not look like it had a lot of things in this pack at all. One Hummel there. Literally one Hummel shirt. Okay, so it looks like it is going to be Hummel 102 for us. Not 102, what was it? 83 or something. Oh, great, they're further down, aren't they? So we can't search them. The numbers could be on the front, that would be quite cool. Right, so either that one or that one. Although it's annoying because it's this bit here is not really the same. I'll tell you what I'll do, guys. I'm going to come back when I've found the shirt that will suit us best, okay? So I'll see you guys in a sec. Right, guys. I think this one actually suits it a bit better. It's got the same kind... I mean, admittedly, the pinstripes there, but this is all stuff we can remove. It's got the right logo there. Everything's in the right position. It's got the sort of... the same kind of arc design. So I think that is the one we're going to go with. So basically then what we have to do is you'll notice that there are PSD files. So you will need Photoshop in order to do this. Or I don't know if you could maybe get them in a GIMP form and use that instead. But yeah, so basically you're going to need something like that. But yeah, WinGIMP probably will work as well. These files should be readable by that. I don't know if they are or not, but we'll have to see. Right, so basically then what you do is, so it's Hummel 11, I believe that PSD file, no, it's the next one, isn't it? So we go to here, and basically we're going to fire up this PSD file, and I will see you guys once Photoshop is loaded. Right guys, we're back, and we have got this loaded on Photoshop, but something I just wanted to show you as well while I was looking and waiting for that to load. What in the God's name? That looks like someone's been sick on you and has been eating a lot of chocolate and white and black chocolate, dark chocolate, or it's like that thing in Alien where it bursts out of their stomach like blah, blah, blah. That's hideous. So yeah, thank God no one plays in that kit. It's even got a little logo on it. It looks like the Manchester City logo. I'm not even joking. Anyway, so back into Photoshop. So as you can see, you get given all these folders basically, and we're going to go find, was it number 11 we were looking for? Number 11, wasn't it? Yeah, number 11. Okay, so we're going to get number 11 up, which is this one. So we just turn it on like that, which will then paint everything in like so. Then you're presented with a different set of sort of folders which are full of, again, different layers. So you've got things like you turn them off, so that turns off the side of the collar and so on and so forth, and that turns off the front part of the collar, and yeah, you kind of get what I'm doing here. So what we need to do now basically is find ourselves, well, firstly we need a St. Pauli logo, but I already have one of those, so that's not a big deal. That shouldn't be a problem. I've got one of those in my logo pack, which I'm going to drag into this in a sec, but first we need to sort of set the kit up. But one of the things we do need to find, obviously, is the sponsors logo, which is Kongstar. I don't really know what they do, possibly telecoms, I believe they're a German company, so I don't really know what they do, but hopefully we're going to be able to find one. So the best way to find a logo for the team you're designing is to just type in the name of the company, followed by PNG, and then you should be able to see on Google Images, if it has this in the background, then you know that it is transparent, and then it will go perfectly on here, and then you can just resize it to your own needs. So I'll see you guys in a sec when I've either found the Kongstar logo, or haven't found it, and then we'll work from there, okay? So I'll see you guys in a sec. Right guys, we're back, and I've managed, some companies, if it's a smaller company, there's less chance that you're going to find a PNG of their logo. It's as simple as that, really. So if you're looking for a big company like IKEA, or whatever, you're guaranteed you'll find a nice, high-quality PNG of your logo. Now, Kongstar's logo on St. Pauli's shirt is, they have their logo, and then they have Kongstar written underneath, basically. I was able to find one like that, but it wasn't a PNG file, and I didn't have time to sit here and remove the background. It would have been quite simple, and you can do that as well. If it's a nice white background already, you can just, use the wizard and remove the background. But for now, what we're going to do is just use this, which is slightly different, I'll admit. So we're going to just drop that into... Actually, we'll just drop it in, like so. So basically, as you can see, it's quite large, but we'll just shrink it down until it fits sort of in and around the correct area of the shirt. We can obviously resize this, or actually, we best just leave that entirely for now. We'll just delete that layer, because we can stretch that in later when we've actually got something to put it on, because we're going to have to change the colour on it anyway using an overlay. So yeah, first thing we're going to do is change the kit colour, because that is hugely important right now. So basically, everything needs to be brown, because St. Pauli, they're a very brown team. And the first thing we're going to do now is, God, sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. I've not done a kit like this since the Pago one that I did. So we're just going to go and get ourselves a nice browny kind of colour. Now, where would brown be? I'm going to be sort of here. That's a darkish one. It's almost like a sort of dusty kind of colour. Let's see if we can just find ourselves the correct home jersey. Here we go. So it's a sort of dusty, brownish sort of... It's hard to see. Right, okay, so let's... Interesting. So yeah, that's oh, that was useful. Right, okay. I've done that completely wrong. What I intended to do was nothing of the sort. Right, I apologise. I'm still not particularly right at this. We're going to start with the big stuff. So, layer. Let's just see what these layers are. So that is the sort of overlay around the rim there. So we're going to make sure that that is blending options. That's how you do it. Right, my bad. So we're going to go into blending options. We're going to go for color overlay, and then we're going to change it in here. Right, that's simple. Nice and simple there. We can go to brown, and then we can move it down until we get a sort of darkish kind of brown. That's a bit... Yeah, that's... Actually, while we're here, let's just copy down that RGB code. That way we can use that for the other ones, because otherwise, yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so then we're going to go to this layer, and we're going to just slowly start working our way through the different layers. God, that is literally just one stripe. So, yeah, basically, you just slowly work your way through the different layers that you have on the kit. And some kits will obviously have more than others, because that's just how it is. This is not a democracy. Some kits will have more than others. So, oh my god. This kit has literally every single one of these lines is a separate layer. So I'm going to come back to you guys once I've filled in this damn kit, because this is going to take me a little while. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Right guys, we're back. It took me a little while to actually fill in all that stuff. But you've got to remember as well, when you're doing this, make sure you go down here and change the base layer to the base color, because everything else is laid on top of that. So make sure you do that. Otherwise you'll end up with, like, look, there'll still be stuff underneath. It's sort of the main part of the shirt in that colour, so make sure you do that. Right, we're just going to quickly do the collar here. There's collars in 4 parts, actually, which is kind of strange. But yeah, this is a relatively simple kit to do, because obviously we're just using brown. Lots and lots of brown. And brown is a strange colour. I can't think of any teams that actually play in a brown. It's a bit of a strange one, really. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of things to say while I just finish up these last couple of things on the collar, because literally almost everything about this shirt is just brown. But I think we have picked a pretty close colour to the one that they kind of play in real life. I mean, it's hard to get it exact. If I really wanted to, I could have dropped in a picture of the St. Pauli kit and then used the colour dropper tool to try and figure something out like that. But, you know, there's really no point in being that precise with these kind of things. So the inside there will also be brown. So yeah, there we have it. There is our collar, our shirt, and yeah, it's all done. These stripes really are pretty much the perfect size sort of colour already, so there's not really a lot we can really do with those. They're actually completely fine. I'm pretty certain there's a layer in here somewhere if we did want to change those. Actually, I didn't see one of those, which is strange. Oh, is it these? Yeah, okay, so this is the layer. You can make these slightly darker if you want to. In fact, maybe we should make them a little darker, just because they are a little bit bright, and St. Pauli's shirts are a little bit sort of more grey than that. So maybe bring them just down a tad. More like that, just to... And maybe do the same thing with the Hummel logo on the shirt. So let's just drop this down into a more of a sort of grey kind of feel. I mean, we can use 50 different shades of it if you want to. Oh, I'm so sorry. What am I fucking talking about? Right, next thing I'm going to do is go grab the St. Pauli logo from my logo pack file. So I'll be back in a sec. Right, guys, we are back. And I've just gone and nicked this from my logo packs because I know it's a PNG already. And I think I've lost the St. Pauli logo that I generally use for my thumbnails. So I'm just going to move this in and drop this onto the shirt. Although it could probably do being a little bit smaller. Not too small, but... Ugh! I can't even see the bastard anymore. That's irritating. It's just, well, it's the right size, I think, so we'll just drop that in. I'll just zoom in on the shirt slightly so we can get a bit more precise with our measurements here. Let's just, whoa, boy! That is some, right, now we can just move it across a little bit using the arrow keys. It's obviously going to look a little bit blurry when we go a bit close up here. That should be about right. So the next thing we're going to do is grab my Kong Star logo thingamajiggy off the desktop, and we're just going to drop this in to the logo file as well. Obviously this is going to be mahoosive, so we're just going to shrink this bad boy down. And obviously, like, the one thing about it, like, if I had more time, I'd cut this bit and move it a little bit. But for now, we're just going to go for simple stuff. And simple equals success. Right, so that is that. We're going to dump that in there. And basically, really simple. Obviously, it's not in the correct colours or anything. But we're just going to right-click on it. Get blending options up again. Another colour overlay. Come on, you. Another colour overlay. And get it in a nice sort of off-white kind of colour. And there we have it. And let's just move this Son of a bitch across a little bit. Right, and then we're going to zoom out. Fit screen. Wait, no, actual pixels. That's what we want. And voila! There we have it. Yeah, in fact, I could just do with making that a little bit more grey, since grey seems to be the optimal colour when it comes to St. Pauli. Grey and brown. They like those off colours, off whites. There we go. Right, so there you go. A St. Pauli kit. It's not perfect, it's not great, but it will do the job for us for now, and I will obviously make ourselves a white one. Look, that looks a little bit too low, don't you think, actually? Let's just get this back on here and just move it up the shirt slightly. It did feel a little bit too low down. That's much better, I think. That's more like it. It'd be easier if the logo was here and then Kongstar was underneath, because then it would look more like the actual shirt, but that is about as close as I'm going to be able to get to the actual shirt for now. If I had a bit more time, I'd do a bit of like drop shadowing stuff and just to make it look a bit more blended in, but for now this will do nicely. So what we're going to do now is, firstly, we don't save this file because this will mess up your templates. So all you're going to want to do is you're going to go in and save, but you're going to want to save it. Obviously, you don't save, do save as, and you want to save it as a PNG. Now, make sure you remember the name that you give it. So if I were you, I would just call it, or in this case, St. Pauli home, St. Pauli, yeah, St. Pauli _1, or something like that. That's all you need to do. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Right guys, we're back, and as you can see, our shirt is now on my desktop. Now, what we're going to do here, and this is the bit that sometimes can be a little bit complicated, is to actually put this shirt in the game. So those of you who've just joined me because you've skipped the part where I was making the shirt, and you should have seen an annotation, so those of you that wanted to do that could do that, and also in the description. Now we're going to actually input the shirt into the game. Obviously, you generally do this with 2 shirts at the same time, or a whole load. It's usually much easier if you're just downloading a straight up kit pack, to be honest, because you don't actually have to do any editing. All you have to do when you're getting a kit pack is download the pack, which this is obviously my logo pack, not my kit pack, but kits, is download a kit pack here. So for example, this is my Bundesliga one. It will come down in a zip file and you'll see this folder. All you do is put this folder into My Documents, or Documents, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 15, Graphics. If there isn't a folder called Graphics, make one. Then Kits, and then dump the file in here, and all you'll see in the file is a load of PNG files, all entitled, so, you know, Augsburg _1, 2, 3, which obviously correspond to home, away, and third, and there will also be alternate kits just for some extra ones, which are like, I don't know, I've not actually noticed these ones. Those are quite cool, actually. I don't really know what those are even used for, since those are not going to get called by the game very much, I wouldn't have thought. It's World Club Cup, maybe? That's kind of cool. Don't know how the game will actually read that, but yeah. Then also there'll be a config file in here, and the config file is the key part here. Config file is how the game knows which kits to look for, and it might look a little bit daunting to us if you don't normally handle this sort of stuff, but it's really, really not. So what we're going to do is, first thing, we're going to take that St. Pauli logo, and not St. Pauli logo, St. Pauli kit, and we're going to dump it into the kit pack file. Well, I'm going to dump it into here because it's just easier, because I find that, yeah, I could create my own one, but the best thing we can do is just dump it in with all the other ones and then just add to the config file. So then we're going to go into the config file, of which I have 2 loaded for some apparent reason. Then we're going to copy the, well, actually we want home. So we're going to go to home. If you're doing a home kit, well, if you're doing 3 kits, for example, a home, away, and third, and you're putting it in, then you just grab the whole 3 here. But since we're only putting the home kit in, we're just going to copy that one there, do an enter, just to keep it tidy, a couple of tabs to bring it back out. Then the file name goes here. So our file, in fact, just remembered, don't put capital letters in the file name like I did, because I'm a moron. But yeah, don't put capital letters in it. I'm going to change that in a sec. So St. Pauli 1 will be the file name, although I am going to just quickly go with the uniformic style and call it St. Pauli _1. So I'm just going to quickly knock back into the kit file here and just edit this so I'm not a noob. St. Pauli _1, right. So that has to correspond to that. Then, so record from there to graphics, pictures, team. But then what you do here is this number here has to be changed to the corresponding ID number of the team that you're doing. And I know for a fact that the St. Pauli one is 946, but you'll need to find yours out. And in order to do that, you can go into the game and into the preferences section, which I'll show you in a sec when we actually load Football Manager. You can turn on a section which says show IDs for skinning or something like that, and you can get the numbers from the teams there, or you can look in your kit pack or something else like that, or just, there's plenty of ways you can find it, but that is important. So yeah, all you have to do is make sure it's in the correct folder, which is this one with all these config stuff, change the config like so, hit save, and you're good to go. Now, the next stage is to actually get this kit to show up in the game, and obviously that with this, but if you're doing an entire kit packet, the same thing applies. So I will see you guys in a sec when we've actually got Football Manager loaded, and we can do the last part of this little thing, and hopefully you've understood what I'm talking about, and this hasn't been massively boring for you, and I'm sorry if I'm shit at explaining stuff. This is the first time I've tried to screen cap my desktop stuff instead of the actual game, and it's obviously different resolutions and things, so it could be a little bit messy, so I apologise for that as well. So I will see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, we are back, we're now in the game, and we're in my St. Pauli save, as you can imagine. Now, nothing you're seeing here is going to be anything new to you, because I've not recorded any more videos yet. I'm recording this on Sunday, and you'll be seeing this probably Monday evening, some sort of time, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, so I'll be recording during the day tomorrow. Quite a lot. So yeah, this is nothing new. And also, I apologise if this has been really, really long-winded. I just really wanted to try and get this out because some people were curious about how to do this sort of thing, and I figured, why not show them? So right, what's going to happen is we're going to look on our St. Pauli page, and you'll see here that the kits are not in the game, basically. Nothing. And what we're now going to do is we're going to go into Preferences, and what you're then going to do is go into Interface. Also, by the way, where is it? Yeah, this is the thing you should tick. If you tick this, then it will show you the IDs of stuff so you can find team names. Right, so what you're going to do first is clear the cache, then reload the skin when confirming changes in preferences, but obviously since we've not made any changes, let's just quickly do that, and then that. Oh, that didn't make any difference. Right, we're going to reload the skin, and you reload the skin, and that should, in theory, load it. So I'm just going to do this now, and I'll join you when I'm done. Right, we're back. Now what should happen now, and I hope to God does happen, when I click on the St. Pauli name here, when we go to the picture, the kit should be there. Voila! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you put kits in the game. I know it's a ridiculously long-winded way of explaining it, but I wanted to show you how to make them while I was at it, because I know that's something that a lot of you guys want to do. And yeah, and you don't need Photoshop, you can do it in GIMP just fine, so don't worry about that. All the files should work just fine in GIMP, and as long as you can output to PNG, then you should be completely fine. So don't forget that. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do is go ahead and make myself a St. Pauli away kit while I'm here. And, well, not while I'm here, but at some point soon anyway, as well as maybe a third kit. I don't know if they have a third kit this year. I think they may do. It's a shame, last year they were sponsored by Relentless, and it looked really, really cool, but the Kongstar kit still looks pretty damn nice as well. So yeah, that is how you do it, guys. I'm not really sure what else I can put in this video. There's no point in dragging it on forever. But yeah, that is how you do it. If you have any questions about it, then let me know in the comments, and I will be happy to answer anything, or tweet me, any of that kind of stuff, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in St. Pauli Rising tomorrow, probably. Bye-bye.